Go on.
Yeah, whatever.
Second date update.
That guy's a cheater. I'm just manifesting.
Ooh, it's Confession Wednesday.
Tell us your secrets.
It's the John and Chantel radio podcast.
It's a podcast?
It's a podcast.
Oh.
John and Chantel's radio podcast. Wednesday morning. Good morning to you, John and Chantel. Hump Day. We got a keyword to kick off the show for Niall Horan. USANA, July 20th next year, and that keyword is hidden. It's not hidden. That's the actual word. Text hidden to 33986. You know, it's not every morning you wake up, you walk in, and Mickey Mouse is just smiling at you.
No, he was just here, and it made my entire day.
Yeah, there's something about it. In fact, from Disney, we have Philander hanging out in studio. What up, buddy?
Doing well. How are you all today?
Okay, so honestly, what kind of joy is it to be hanging out with Mickey all day and just to come into a radio station and just see all these adults who are really, you know what, bitter and cold-hearted.
We've been through it, you know?
And you're like, oh, here's my best bud, Mickey.
The results are exactly what you would expect. You walk into a room with him, he's essentially a celebrity anywhere that he goes.
Right.
So when he walks into a space, you get that light up, on the face, especially when you see him and he's like not at Disneyland. It creates another sense of like
more exciting.
Oh, well, Mickey's here? Like,
right.
Oh, wow. And that immediately like I need a photo of him with me right now.
And it also needs to be like a really good one, or we're going to have to take like 25 photos, which is what I did.
Chantel had
like,
to do.
Also, there's not a lot of people here. I can take like 15 with him.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's not like
a 45-minute line. Yeah. Philander and Mickey are here because Disneyland Resort is celebrating Disney 100 years.
100 years
Of Disneyland.
Yeah, which is nuts. The Walt Disney Company turns 100, and this is 100 years from when Walt and his brother Roy started the company.
You're kidding.
Yeah, which is, so the official date is October 16th, 1923, but we wanted to start this celebration early.
Of course.
And we started back in January, and we are running through the whole summer now, which is fascinating. And Disneyland is acting as the global, heart of this celebration. So while all the company is celebrating, Disneyland is the kickoff because, company started in California.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where it all begun. In fact, when Chantel was at Disneyland last time with her kids, Toontown was closed.
I know, and I've heard it's open again, and it's looking so good.
Yes, we just reimagined Mickey's Toontown, and it's really special because the land first opened in 1993.
I remember.
But we've learned a lot since then, not only about creating fun new experiences for guests to visit, but also about being inclusive for families that are coming down. So a lot of really great things have been added to Mickey's Toontown, like wheelchair ramps.
I was going to say like all-inclusive parks and things.
Yeah, things so that every type of child could enjoy.
Cool.
We wanted to make sure that was a big part of this reimagining. So adding wheelchair ramps, we even have a wonderful decompression area for kids because kids
cool,
obviously
for like sound sensitivity and over
for
like
sound
stimulation.
Because
Cool.
Disneyland is there's so much stimulus there.
Yeah.
Yes.
The lights and the characters and the music and the rides
And the
want
sugar.
the sugar. The sugar too. And that's been really special. And then, of course, we couldn't just do only that. We had to add a brand new attraction. We know our fans and our guests love rides, so we have a brand new experience called Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which acts as the very first attraction ride-through experience for Mickey and Minnie, which is impressive because they've been around
for so long.
Yes, and I've always said that it's so weird that Mickey and Minnie do not have a ride.
Yep, we have taken care of that now.
I love that.
So I did the ride at Disney World.
Yes.
And it is a completely different ride than anything you've ever experienced before.
Very, very different.
Like, we're used to tracks.
Yep.
And there's no tracks.
How is that?
I don't.
Disney magic.
It's so immersive in a new way.
Yeah, and we've done something actually special with the one here in California. We wanted to make them so
Okay.
they're really bit different. So just in case you did see the other one, we wanted to make it different. So when you visit the one in California, you're actually going to be walking into Mickey's Toontown, and you will see the El Capitan Theater, which is a fun play on the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood, California. So when you go inside, the difference between the two is that inside the one in California, Minnie Mouse has curated a museum-style exhibit dedicated to Mickey. So when you walk through the line and the queue, you will see a exhibit based off of Mickey's history. So all the way from the original, like Steamboat Willie and Plain Crazy, all the way up to his newest cartoons that are on Disney Plus right now. So it's very fun. So when you walk in, you kind of think about when you kind of first met him for the first time. Because all of us were introduced to Mickey at some point in our lives.
Right.
and when was it? So everyone has a different endpoint.
Right.
For my 6-year-old daughter, it's like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
It's Mickey Mouse Clubhouse or
Yeah.
the Mickey's Roadster Racers.
Racers, yes. You know, I grew up loving. It came out before I was born, but Fantasia. You know, when Mickey has his sorcerer's outfit on.
I'm the
Yeah,
same.
that
watched
was me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So everyone had to have their input. So as you walk through the queue, they have a lot of props that we've created that showcase his history.
Yeah.
You know, from beginning to end. So that's a really special thing that's very different from our counterpart that's in Walt Disney World.
We're talking about 100 years of Disney. Flanders here from Disney. And also, not only is there a new ride at Toontown, but there's a fireworks show
Oh yeah.
that I was talking to some staff outside. They said they were brought to tears
Yeah, that's about right.
during this show. Like, how does a fireworks show do that?
So this show is really special. Wondrous Journeys. What we're doing is a first for us. In this show, we're actually showcasing all 62 of our animated feature films in this show. So normally we only showcase sometimes a few classics or a lot of the more newer popular shows. But this one actually has all 62. So this one is just kind of like how I mentioned for our new attraction, the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. This also makes you think of what was the first Disney animated film you saw?
Right.
You know, for me, I grew up on Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King. But my parents, for them, it was Jungle Book.
Yeah.
It was 101 Dalmatians, Sword in the Stone. And having all of them featured in this show together brings this really great generational aspect into watching it, because you have families that are watching this together and thinking about, you know, oh wow, I saw this when I grew up, and now I'm showing my children or my grandchildren, and now they're also enjoying these newer things like Encanto or Frozen together.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing more exciting than showing your kid a Disney movie that you watched as a kid and then watching them re-enjoy it, because it's just like letting them peek into a little bit of your past.
Yes, and you can see that when people watching the show, because of course we play the music.
Well, yeah.
And the music is so iconic throughout our company, and watching the adults dance to the Jungle Book,
Right.
and then kids singing, of course, we don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
For me growing up, it was the Lion King. Like everyone's like that. I destroyed my mom with the Lion King soundtrack when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Hakuna Matata,
Right.
Circle of Life. Yeah, so it's fun seeing these families enjoy it together. So I think that's a great part about why people get so emotional with this show, because they're thinking of this years and years and years of storytelling, and having that be the thread that connects a lot of families and really great memories together.
Is this on Main Street the best place to watch it, like most of the Disney fireworks shows?
Well, I'm going to give everybody here in Utah a nice
Hold on,
tip.
listen up here. Okay, let's do this.
Get in close.
Yeah.
So when you come to the park, you can actually watch it from 4 different places.
Okay.
And not only can you watch it from 4 different places, the show is different in all 4 different places. So if you're there for a couple days on a trip, if you watch it from different spots, you'll see a different show. So you can watch it traditionally, like many families, in front of the castle, Sleeping Beauty Castle. But if you go back a little bit further on Main Street, not only can you see the castle, but we also do digital mapping on the Main Street building.
Oh, wow.
So that way you're surrounded by your left, your right, and the castle.
Yes.
You can also walk over to It's a Small World on that beautiful facade that is there. We've also projected on that as well. And if you walk over to the Rivers of America, over by where Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion are, we project on the water.
So like Phantasmic back
Yes,
in the day.
in that area.
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
going there. 'Cause
So,
that's
yeah.
my childhood.
That's your childhood.
That's my jam right there.
And they actually, because we're showcasing all 62 films, they actually do a little bit different at each one. So in one area maybe Jungle Book, Aristocats, 101 Dalmatians, and The Lion King. And another place it's Frozen, Encanto, Big Hero 6.
What are you doing now?
Chicken.
I want to leave the show
Well,
and
it's
go
like
to
now
Disney.
I have
That's
to
like-
now I have to have a 4-day trip to
I
Disneyland.
know.
So you
I
can
know.
watch.
Solid.
And then you have to somehow now find time to see that 4 times and the new World of Color show.
Right. Right. Yes, exactly. Over at California Adventure.
Yes, the new World of
Yeah.
Color 1. We also have
Yeah.
a first for that one. So this is the very first time that we have put together Disney Animation, Pixar Animation, Star Wars, and the Avengers are all in
Wow.
one show together.
Cool.
That's cool.
Right?
Yes.
You can just like, that
Bring
is so
all the
cool.
families together.
Yes, because that's another thing where, we've normally only featured the animation together, but now putting Star Wars and the Avengers there
Yeah.
together is special.
It's this whole world.
Yeah, and that speaks to, how a single person can make a big change. And
Yeah.
we've kind of threaded that through our animated film. So the show kind of has a really awesome moment where it makes you really realize how a single person, with the right, the right ideas, the right dreams can change the world, just like how Walt Disney did.
Yeah.
It's almost like if you did a drop of water into a pond, that would create a ripple that, acts as a wave of change. And we have our characters in this show that kind of, bring that to life.
Yeah. It's Disney 100 years of magic, 100 years celebrating Disney.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Man, October 1923.
1923.
That's incredible. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for letting us hang out with Mickey. In fact, if you go to Instagram, you can go to @Mix1051 Utah. Check out us.
You'll see
playing
us
around
hanging out with Mickey.
Yeah, exactly. And hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's do it. Let's talk what's trending. Okay, we're getting closer to the Barbie movie release, and people are getting in the spirit.
Yeah.
HGTV has announced that they are going to be bringing the iconic doll dream house, the Barbie dream house, to life
Now we're talking.
in a new competition called Barbie Dream House Challenge.
This is the cross promotion that I want to see
Right?
in companies.
So it's going to feature 8 teams filled with famous faces who are going to work to transform a Southern California home into a real-life Barbie doll house.
I love it.
At the end, one Barbie fan will win a sleepover staycation in the newly renovated dream home. Does that mean they're going to Airbnb it out when it's done?
That's what they do with a lot of these houses, like the Goonies house. They do that every year. The Scream
Right.
house.
So it's a 4-part show. It's going to premiere July 16th, so after I
Barbie
believe
comes out.
after Barbie comes out. You ready for some of the big names that are going to be in it?
Yeah.
Christina Hall from Flip or Flop, I believe.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Ty Pennington.
Ty's back, huh?
Oh, yeah, Jonathan Knight.
Uh-huh.
We have got some of the biggest names in HGTV.
So they're bringing them all out for this show.
Yes, and that's what I love. It's like, it's not just like random designers. It's like these are HGTV's top designers.
Yeah.
Minus, you notice that there's a Chip and Joanna missing.
Yeah, but they haven't been part of HGTV.
They left and started their own company,
Yeah,
so I
long
assume
time
that's
ago.
why they're not involved. But doesn't that sound amazing? I want to have a staycation in a Barbie dream house.
That's one that I'd be like, oh, that's a cool Instagram place to stay. Like,
Also-
honestly, the other houses, sometimes you look at the photos and I go, I don't even know. That house
Right.
looks like it's on my street.
Right. How fun is it going to be to watch that with Ella?
I know.
Ugh.
I'm looking forward to seeing the Barbie movie with her.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I said, me too. Can I come?
Me too. I'll be there.
So Pete Davidson's pretty angry. He left a voicemail for PETA because they publicly dragged him, or like bullied him basically, for buying a dog instead of adopting one. Here's what he said.
Hi, my name's Pete Davidson. This message is for Daphne, the C. Thank you so much for making comments publicly that I didn't adopt a dog. I just want to let you know I'm severely allergic to dogs, so I have to get a specific breed. I'm only not allergic to Cavapoos and those type of dogs. And my mom's dog, who was 2 years old, died a week prior, and we're all so sad, so I had to get a specific dog.
Oh, wow. So he's like, hey,
I do
Don't.
think that there is this weird culture,
Yep.
cancel culture
yep.
around purchasing a puppy. And it's like if you don't adopt, then you're a bad dog owner.
Right.
Because I experienced that when I bought my puppy.
Mhm.
That people are like, oh.
You had it here in the halls.
Right.
Yeah.
I know at work.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I understand if you want to adopt a dog
Mm-hmm.
because you are able to have a dog like that. I didn't want a dog that shed.
Right.
I wanted specific things with my dog, and I wanted to own a dog.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a problem with buying a puppy. But yes, I do think that there's like a cancel culture for it. So I don't know. Go Pete for sticking up for us.
Well, yeah, I think that's just today. It's like everyone wants to so badly have their side win or be heard. It's like, wait, can't we just have both? And like, if he wants
Right.
to adopt a dog, great. If he wants to buy a dog through a breeder, fine. Like, just
Right.
that's his life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then Chris Hemsworth says, it's super depressing that directors like Martin Scorsese and Quentin Tarantino have publicly slammed Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
He says, quote, "There goes 2 of my heroes I won't work with. I guess they're not a fan of me." It's so true, though. Like, when you slam a Marvel movie, you are slamming the actors, aren't you?
Yeah, you are. I mean, Martin Scorsese, obviously, and both of them. I mean, really artistic directors.
Right. Are
Not
they ever going to work with a Chris Hemsworth person anyway?
I don't know. I could actually see a Quentin Tarantino getting Chris Hemsworth for something. Not now.
Not now.
He sometimes does those weird casting. Like, look at the last one he did with Brad Pitt and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. There was some interesting
Right,
casting
he had Margot
there.
Robbie in there,
Yeah.
too. Yeah, all right. That's what's trending.
Let's do the draft. Daily Draft. It's a top 3 list of whatever topic. Now, Chantel and I, we go back and forth draft style. You, on the other hand, just join the party. Text us, call us, 844-649-1051. It is National VHS Day. So what 3 movies did you always watch on VHS? Did you wear out the tape? Like, there was a few of them that were like that. We had to go, or maybe the cardboard box it was in was destroyed.
Like, why were those boxes so, like, they disintegrated?
I know. They would just fall
They didn't make
apart.
them. They weren't like hard cases.
No.
Number 3.
What do you got?
I'm taking it. I want tape 1 and 2 of the Titanic.
I knew you'd go with Titanic. Had no doubt. In fact, I saw a Titanic text come in saying the Titanic movie always loved to watch the car scene, on VH1 and then the sinking scene on VH2. I'll tell you, I used to just put in the second.
Just to watch the sinking?
I didn't want the love story. I just wanted to see that big old ship go down.
Oh, my
That
gosh.
was my
Titanic, it was in the cardboard sleeve. It wasn't even in the, like, case at my house.
I remember it being in it was like a big cardboard box with 2 VHS.
With 2 VHS spots.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like
The plastic
the
ones?
plastic
No.
one. Yeah, it was like this cardboard
Listen, my
collector
family,
set.
we could not afford the plastic surroundings of a VHS. We did
Oh.
not live the high life like that.
That is some big spending.
Aladdin.
Oh, yeah.
I watched Aladdin. I, to this day, if you put it on with the kids, I can quote the whole movie. Like, it was just one of those VHSs that were always in.
Yep.
Number 2.
E.T.
Ooh, good call.
I know. I
Yes.
kind of was like thinking about which or VHS cases do I remember seeing all the time.
Yes.
E.T. We would watch that all the time growing up.
Have you watched it with the kids?
Oh, yeah. My boys love
Isn't it
E.T.
weird how that's one? Because my kid's the same way. Like, for some reason, that one works, but other ones
But a lot of other
don't.
old ones don't work.
Yeah. Independence Day.
Yes.
Independence Day was such a good, we didn't have blockbuster movies like that. Now, like nowadays, every week you have a movie like Independence Day coming out with like the Marvel stuff. But back then, we didn't get things like that.
Nope.
They blew up the White House.
Yeah, they did.
Will Smith. Like, it was so good. Love me that one. Yeah.
So
Number
good.
1.
Well, I'm going to go with Disney movie because I haven't done one yet.
All right.
Cinderella.
Oh, sure. As a kid, I bet you did.
I wore that tape out.
Yeah. For me, Beetlejuice. I don't know why, but when I was a
I've
kid,
still never seen it.
I loved Beetlejuice, and I watched it all the time. I think I wore it out, and we had to buy a second Beetlejuice
Oh, my gosh.
VHS. Yeah. Let's go to your text messages. This one says, one movie I watched a lot on VHS was Better Off Dead, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and Inspector Gadget.
Oh, my gosh, Inspector Gadget.
Is that the one with Matthew Broderick?
Yeah. You got 2 Matthew Broderick, right?
I know. The Last Dragon. Here's someone who loves Pauly Shore. Biodome. Son-in-Law. You know what? I own Son-in-Law too. Son-in-Law, he played like Pauly Shore who went to the farm.
Oh,
and he
funny.
was
I've
trying
never
to-
seen
yeah.
it.
And then Sister Act. I watched a lot of Sister Act too. Yeah, that's very similar to me. Lion King, Titanic, and Jurassic Park. Good 3.
Yes.
The OG Toy Story.
Oh, my gosh. Yes.
This text says, Chantel, where were you with Pocahontas?
Well, okay, you want to know what's funny? We didn't own Pocahontas.
You said it was one of your favorite
It was.
Disney.
I'd go to my friend's house and watch it.
Oh, and that's how you got your Pocahontas fix.
My friend Cassie had it.
All right. Mix 105.1. It is John and Chantel saying good morning to Clint. What up, Clint?
Hey, you two.
Hey.
So I'm 23, and I recently started my first real job.
Congratulations.
And it's been, well, thanks. It's been pretty bad, though. It's been terrible, honestly. And I wanted your hit here. So, get this. I was called into my boss's office and was reprimanded because I don't answer emails promptly. So I told my boss that I feel like I should only answer emails on Monday and Wednesday morning and then Fridays at noon, because that way I can take care of anything big before the weekend, right? So anything more than that is just too much, because emails are a complete waste of time. They drain your energy. And my way of just Monday and Wednesday morning and Fridays at noon is way more efficient. So I asked him if he's ever...
Yeah, how did
What?
he respond to something like that when you said, "Hey, I'm only going to answer emails Monday, Wednesday mornings, and Friday afternoons"? Was he like, "Oh, good new idea"?
Yeah, no, he did not get it.
Okay,
He's
yeah,
he's
yeah.
totally out of it.
I guess my question, are you in a labor-based industry or sales-based? Because labor, it's like, okay, yeah, you might not need a email.
Depends. What if you're
But
doing
if it's-
quotes?
Well, no, I'm saying, like, are you doing the labor? Like, are you working in an auto shop where you're working on cars? Or are you doing sales where you're cold calling, cold emailing, like
Only
keeping
responding at those times.
Yeah, like what is your job? Is it sales or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I work in IT. I work
Oh.
in IT for the company. That
Okay, so
Clint, we need
computer
you.
based.
Yeah.
We need you on the email every day.
How did you respond, Clint, when your boss was not excited about your new Monday, Wednesday, Friday plan?
Yeah, well, he wasn't thrilled about it, and I was like, okay, have you ever heard of a work-life balance? Look it up. And
Okay. I'm
yeah,
I am-
honest.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Clint. What's up?
Well, the reason I was calling is just because I wanted to like vent to you, get your take on it, and
Yeah.
stuff, because I
get
am
it.
searching for it. I'm looking for a new job right now.
Oh, so you're already done.
I mean, it is a confession Wednesday. He's confessing
Yeah,
that he's
yeah,
looking
yeah.
for a new job. That makes sense.
I'm just saying you're
Work-life
doing
balance.
a sales. Yeah, I get the work life balance. I'm saying if your job is on the computer, you have to be on the computer and
But
available
Clint
during your job.
has
your work
figured
hours.
out a way to do emails.
So he's only going to work Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at noon.
He's only answering
Well,
emails.
No,
Well,
You're
yeah,
not.
there are other work things that I'm doing. Yeah, there are other work things that I'm doing at other times, and like Tuesdays and
Sure.
Thursdays are like the repair days. You know, if somebody's
Right.
got an IT thing, like I do the repairs on the Tuesday or Thursday. That's what I schedule it for. And then Monday morning, Wednesday morning, Fridays at noon. Only time I do the emails.
He's regiment. Clint, I don't know, man. I understand why your boss is probably upset. I understand what you're saying in the sense that this isn't the right job for you.
No, this is definitely not. I side with your boss. I agree with him. You need to be on the emails all the time. If that doesn't work for you, I do think it's great that you're looking for a new job.
Okay, I guess you haven't heard about a work-life balance either. Then I guess.
You know what? My ex
she-
would also agree.
Oh my gosh, thanks, Clint. Good luck with the job search, okay?
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Saying good morning to Ryan, who wants to talk about Clint, who called in about work-life balance and emails. What do you have to say, Ryan?
Yes, I am just kind of appalled, and I think he should probably go back to his parents' basement where he
Oh my
probably came
gosh,
from.
right? Like, no offense, but woof.
Well, hold on now. He came up with a brilliant idea of only checking his email every other day. I think we need to applaud him for his
No.
ingenuity.
No, that's not really how it works.
Ryan, I don't know. I'm getting blown
You
up
could
with
do a
text
work-life
messages.
balance.
Yeah, I got a bunch of people saying this is the
Yeah.
problem with new hires. I don't know if you've experienced that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's temporary, and yeah, he should only get paid for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when he's answering emails for about an hour.
Right.
Maybe that would help his work-life balance.
You know, I felt like as I was listening to it, maybe this is what's going on with our IT department, and that's why it takes so long for things
Oh
to
my
get
gosh.
fixed.
That could be. They just ran out of. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really shocking, and
Yeah. It's a sad state.
yeah, it's really concerning.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is.
Dude, I appreciate the call. Thanks, Ryan.
All right, take care.
All right, I just want to read two more text messages when it comes to our phone call with Clint, because I thought these were both interesting points. So Derek texted in. What up, Derek? Says, my dude Clint seems that he likes setting his own schedule in college. Can't do that until you've earned the right.
Right.
What he was describing wasn't work-life balance, but work-work balance. He needs to do things that are asked of him during work hours. Absolutely. I agree
That's
with
like,
that.
well, if you're on the clock, you're on the clock. I don't know what else you want me to say.
And this text says, I just listened to that 23-year-old talk about his super hard job. If this generation has that type of work ethic, when it comes to a job, they're screwed. I started a new job yesterday for a labor company. I watched a guy install a garage door in under an hour. He didn't stop to take a drink until the end. The dude had an insane amount of work ethic. And if that guy can't answer an email when it's part of his job, maybe work doesn't work for him. So, yeah, thanks for those texts. Thanks for Clint for calling in for a Confession Wednesday. I know it wasn't time, but he was willing to be on, and
I know.
let's do
I
it.
think it's great.
So I saw this list of red flags for men. So if you're out on a date with a woman and she says any of these things or does these things, we do it a lot the other way, but these are for guys.
Right.
You know, number one, be cautious if she has violent tendencies. makes sense, nor should she be breaking things on purpose. I think that's just a good red flag for anyone in any situation, not just for dating, but for in work. I think since Clint's on my mind, like if a boss is doing that. But this one I thought was interesting. Listen to see if she refers to other people as, quote, crazy, like my insane boss or my psycho ex or my crazy mother. It's highly unlikely that everyone she associates with is irrational.
Crazy. Right.
The problem is most likely her. No patterns of unpredictability. So if she often switches jobs, friend groups, or living situations, there might be an underlying problem. Like, oh, wow, I would never pick up on that. I'd be like, oh, man, you've been through a rough row.
Right.
Consider how she talks about her past. Some people have decent pasts. Some people have had hard ones. If she's gone through a lot of hardships, she may be hesitant to open up to you because it's painful. But if she's acting secretive or shifty, maybe she's hiding something else from you.
Yeah, I do find, like, having gone through, like, the trauma that I went through.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm allowed to be closed off about certain things because of trauma.
Yeah.
But then if I close off about everything, it's like, okay, well, now
what are we
going
going to
on?
do? And also, how are we going to connect?
Right.
If you're closed off. Notice how much she builds herself up. Some women are more confident than others. It's normal if she jokingly compliments herself.
Right.
Such as if you say, you're pretty, and she says, I know, with like a flirty
Yes.
smile. But if she's constantly building herself up, it could mean she has self-centered tendencies or self-esteem issues that hamper her ability to have a real relationship. So,
Wow.
I
agree.
I know. I read that, and I'm like, dang.
We never talk about the girl
We
red
know.
flags.
No, we do
never
it the other way. Yeah.
Wow. We need to be more equal.
Exactly.
So we both like to travel.
Yep.
You know, we're both traveling this weekend. It's going to be fun. And Hotels.com actually released its first ever room service report.
Ooh, okay.
I love this. It's the 10 most unusual room service requests. Eggless eggs?
So what is that? What is that?
I don't know.
Like, what is it? It's just a plate?
I don't know.
Is it supposed to be like egg beaters or something? Is that what they mean?
I'm not sure.
All right.
Bison.
I like bison meat.
Bison?
Yeah, good.
Rice bowl for a dog. Water bowl, right?
Oh, I see. So they just want the rice bowl so they can fill it up with water.
Why don't you just say bowl?
Yeah. Why does it have to be a rice bowl?
No egg white omelet.
Just the yolk?
Is that impossible?
I don't know, but that'd be very difficult to do. You'd have to use a lot of them.
Oh my gosh. A cooked fish. Oh, like somebody brings a fish, a guest brings a fish, and they ask room service to cook it.
I dig that. Just got this today while I'm staying at the lodge. Mind if you fry this up in the back?
Like what?
Yeah.
Boiled bottled water. If the seal's not broken, how do you not trust it?
Also, isn't it plastic if it's a bottled water?
I think they're wanting you to dump out the bottled water
Into a
dish.
Why are we boiling it?
I don't know.
I understand boiled water if you need to like warm something up, maybe.
Right, but by the time they boil it and get it back up to your room, it's just going to be water again.
It's tepid
like
water.
Regular water.
Yes.
Melted ice cream.
Don't give me that frozen stuff. Frozen ice cream's so overrated. The melted stuff is way better. You can drink it with a straw.
Right. No. I want my ice cream cold.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm ordering ice cream from room service, like brownies and ice cream, don't melt it. And this is my favorite.
Okay.
This is the number one most unusual thing people request room service.
Okay.
Diet water. Like, are people just dumb?
Yes.
Are they trying to be dumb?
Yeah, that's who we are these days. Diet
So
water.
it's just a bunch of people making John dad jokes, saying that I want diet water and eggless eggs.
Ooh, can you give me some water? The less calories, the better. Appreciate it. Yeah, I could see me saying something like that.
No, and me, Ella, Liam, Jen, everyone is shaking their heads.
Can I be honest with you?
Huh.
I've tried the room service. You know, we did like a nice trip, and Jen and it was like I don't know if it was anniversary or birthday or whatever. And I was like, let's get some breakfast. We'll get room service. Oh, won't it be fun? I did not enjoy my room service. I don't enjoy sitting there.
I don't enjoy sitting on my bed with syrup.
I couldn't figure out how to eat the food in a way that I was like comfortable.
Unless there's like
and I was like,
a table.
this will be like the fancy people. and they bring it in. I'm like, oh, then it's awkward. They're coming in, and I'm making awkward small talk.
And you're like, oh my gosh, there's my underwear on the ground.
Yes, exactly. And then they're placing it on the bed, and it was very expensive, and the food was fine. And I'm like, I could have walked down.
Uh-huh.
I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
There's
I
nothing
can see
about
you
it.
not liking it.
No, it made me very uncomfortable the entire time.
Bad first date, getting ghosted, stood up, blocked again? Let John and Chantel help with their 7:30 second date update.
In fact, we're going to help out Allison from Payson. Good morning, Allison.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
We're good. So what's happening with Rich?
Well, that is the $1 million question, isn't it?
All right, let's start at the beginning. So how did the two of you meet?
The old swipe right in message. He's great, has good sense of humor, kind of sardonic,
Okay.
which I'm into.
What'd you do on your date?
And yeah, he was teasing me, but he was telling me he's a gentleman. He's gonna pick me up on the first date, and he's gonna open doors for me all night. And I tell you what, he did.
He did that all?
And that was awesome.
I used to give Chantel such
He
a hard
actually
time
did.
For letting guys on the first date come to the house.
I know.
Remember
I
used to
did
give
think you're
a-
like, you can't let guys pick you up, then they know where you live. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we had.
Well-
So what about you? What'd you do?
Yeah, I mean, I did send my sister a picture of his license plate before getting in the car.
Oh, yeah, that's smart. That's even smart. I never
Chantel
did that.
didn't even keep her phone find my phone on.
I just left my phone at home, just drop in the car, and hopefully I make it back.
So he saw that, right? Like he saw you take, like you told him what you were doing?
Yeah. He
Okay.
thought it was fine. He was
Cool.
like, yeah, you're smart. Good for you.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
And
It was all good.
And did you go to dinner? Did you go do an activity? What
We
happened?
did.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to dinner. It was really fun, actually. We were trying to guess each other's middle names the whole night, and I still don't know his, and he still does not know mine.
That's funny.
I like that. That's like a good thing for the next date.
Yeah.
Like, I'll
but
tell
like,
you the
did
next time.
Yeah.
anything go wrong?
So, all right, I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about it forever. So the only thing that comes up for me, but it was a joke, was that he made this big show of ordering for me and then acting upset when I said I could order for myself. But he was kidding,
Okay. It was
Yeah,
like tongue
like
in
go,
cheek.
How
like,
dare you?
because he was opening the door for you and all that other stuff. So he's like, no,
Exactly.
a lady with me will never order by her. Like one of those kind of things
Right.
more than like actual. Okay.
Exactly. So,
Allison, anything
that's
else?
all I
Like
got, though.
we give people this opportunity and a lot of times they say no. And then we find out that, they're married to 7 different people.
I'm not married to 7 different people.
Great. Okay.
So
Okay.
that's all I have.
All right.
I'd be curious to know if there was something I missed.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
No, yeah, absolutely.
So-
We have our blinders on. So we'll play a song. We'll call up Rich and we'll just ask him, what's going on and why he hasn't called you back.
That'd be great. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Mix 105.1. It is John and Chantel. We're doing your second date update. Helping out Allison, who met Rich online. 2 of them went out to dinner. Had a good time. They were kind of being playful. Rich
Yeah, it
was
seems like they were a little goofy.
Yeah, which is perfect if you're both in the goofy mood.
Right.
That can be really good. So, Allison, we're going to call up Rich. Just listen in and don't say anything, okay?
Thank you.
Hello,
Hey, is Rich there?
this is Rich. Who might this be?
Hi, Rich. We're actually friends of a friend of yours. My name is John. Chantels here as well.
Hi.
The 2 of us, we do a morning radio
Okay.
show here in Salt Lake on Mix 105.1. And Allison asked us to call you to see if you had a good time with her with dinner.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you want a restaurant review?
Well, like more like an Allison review.
Right.
Like,
yes,
did you have fun
exactly.
on your date?
Oh, like how many stars?
Yeah. Kinda.
No, we always have fun. The royal we. I have fun. I am the fun.
Oh.
But Allison's a little tricky.
What do you mean?
I just mean the OCD was ruining the vibe. Like every time I thought we had a nice flow going, it would kick in again.
What was she doing that made you think that she's battling OCD?
Okay. Well, the first tip off was when I picked her up. She locked her front door and then went down 2 steps and hopped back up to check it again. And then she checked the menu when we were ordering like 3 times because she thought she forgot the name of what she wanted. Spoiler alert, it was Caesar salad. And when we were leaving, she checked her bag to make sure she had her phone. We weren't on the phone. I don't know where her phone could have gone.
But maybe she was nervous, and so maybe that was just like a nervous personality trait.
I checked the menu.
I don't know. I just think it was too much.
What is with the armchair psychology?
So, Rich,
no.
Rich, Allison's actually been listening in. I'm sure she wants to say hi.
Yeah. No surprise that you're double checking to see if I like you. Hi.
Okay.
Oh,
what?
Dude.
Wow, man. What? Who do you even think you are? You work in sales. What makes you think that you're a diagnostician of
trust me?
disorders?
Just because I do one thing doesn't mean that I don't have an intuition. I'm telling you, you're like a few months away from taking 15 minutes just to get from your front door to your car.
Wow. That's pretty rude.
Wow.
Hey,
That
sometimes
is
the truth hurts.
incredibly rude. Excuse me? Because I double-check the front door to make sure that I'm not getting robbed? And because I make sure that I haven't left my $1,000 phone somewhere?
Yeah.
I'm just not feeling the excuses, and I also think you overpaid for your cell phone.
It's Confession Wednesday.
If you have a secret, some guilt, a surprise, I don't care what it is. I want to hear what it is. Just don't tell us who you are. Remain anonymous.
Yeah.
Don't tell us if you broke the law, and we're not going to judge you, but we definitely will give our opinions that you don't want.
So the number to text us is 844-649-1051. Like Chantel said, as long as you don't tell us your name, we don't know who you are. The text come up like a little thought bubble in this app, and we just read it right on the radio. And maybe it's your own secret. Maybe it's a secret someone told you that you've been holding on to for them. We'll take either one. We like to start.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Oh, I've got one.
What do you have?
So I was putting my boys in the car. We were getting ready to go drop off some things, and we had to meet at a place at a specific time, okay?
Okay.
So I get Boone in the car. Well, I guess I have like my arms full of all my stuff. Like I got my bags and I got all the things. And so I throw all of that in the passenger seat, shut the door. And then I got Boone and Coulter standing next to me. So then I put Boone in his seat. He buckles up. I check. I'm like, good. Shut his door.
Yep.
Walk around to the other side. Go to open the door to put Coulter in his side. And Boone has locked my car with all my bags, including my purse with the keys, in the front seat.
Sure.
My son locked himself in my car.
Yeah.
I have one set of keys.
That are in the car.
Yeah. I thought that with the smart keys, they wouldn't lock with the key in the car.
Right. Aren't they supposed to know so they don't do that?
Right. That's what I thought.
Right.
Nope.
Okay. What did you do?
So now I've got Boone sitting in his car seat, buckled up, and he can buckle himself, and sometimes he can unbuckle.
That button's
but
hard.
It's the top button easy.
Yeah.
It's that bottom one. So I have a video. I'll post it up on Instagram at Mix105 when you tell me.
Okay.
Where I'm going, Boone, I need you to unbuckle yourself. Yep. No, I understand that the bottom buckle is a little tough. Yep. And then I'm going to need you to shimmy your legs out. And you're going to have to unlock the car because you locked yourself in the car.
Let mom in the car.
Oh, my gosh.
Did he do it?
Anyway, I did eventually,
Oh,
yes.
dang.
Boone unlocked the car.
You know, Jen locked Liam in the car. I think it was like 1.5 years. He could not push the button yet.
Like Boone, that's the thing is like Boone was old enough that I could tell him what to do. And he was like, no, Mom. Yes, Mom. Like,
yeah, so it worked out. We had to break the window, so I'm glad you didn't have to break the window.
I literally was like, what am I supposed to do? I have one car key. I don't have AAA.
She was at the Trader Joe's parking lot and had to call 911.
Oh my gosh! At least I was still at home. I was in my driveway.
Could have used a rock.
So like there were lots of options.
Yeah.
And
oh man, it's so scary though.
And he was maybe in there for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But like
long
stressful.
2 minutes.
Yeah, it
That's
was.
Good confession. This text says, my job fills me with so much stress and anxiety. I've never had this much in my life, and I want to escape it. But I now make enough money that my wife doesn't have to work. So I feel trapped in this job, but I can't escape the anxiety. I don't know what to do. That is hard. That's really hard.
I'm so sorry.
I know. I cheated on my first husband, who was abusive, with my second husband, and married him 18 days after my divorce.
Whoa.
We've now been married for 23 years. But no one knows that I was seeing my current husband while I was still married. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm with you.
Oh, got
Okay.
it.
So you're with your new husband, but no one knows you were having an affair with this new husband while you're with your first husband.
Does your first husband know you were having an affair? Or did you just get divorced and he think it was
I don't know.
mutual? I'm curious.
I don't think people have to know, though. Like, with your new person, like, they don't need to know your whole past.
I'll make sure that everyone
I know
knows
you
my
will,
past,
but I'm just saying, in general, I don't think
we can
people
have
should.
we can have differing opinions.
We do
I
on
think there
this
needs
one.
to be.
You want a
know how-
scarlet letter?
No, I don't.
That's
need
what you
no,
want?
I don't need a scarlet letter.
Oh,
You know how
gosh.
there's like a registered offenders list?
Yes.
I would like a cheaters offenders list,
My gosh.
especially on the dating apps.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Here's my confession. You need to calm down.
No.
That's my confession to
You
you.
know what? I stand for justice.
Confession Wednesday. Reading your text messages. This text says, when my dog died, I was sadder than a couple funerals of relatives that I went to. I've heard that from people. My wife bought my daughter some pom-poms. The problem is that she bought her a pack of about 1,500.
Oh no.
The pom-poms were like cheerleader thing. Aren't those big? Are there small ones?
Well, there's like little birthday, like the little foamy pom-poms. Why?
It continues. They are everywhere. My confession is that while I'm vacuuming, I will from time to time just vacuum over the top of the pom-poms to throw them out.
Oh yeah.
Gotta get rid of them.
Absolutely. Yeah, when you first said pom-pom, I thought cheerleader, but then when I thought about it, I was like, oh,
Got it. Smaller
craft
things.
pom-poms.
Okay. This text says, I prefer to eat my cereal with a fork out of a cup. The fork saves milk, so I can do 1 or 2 pours of cereal without replacing the milk and drinking a bunch. And then afterwards, I drink the
Yeah,
milk.
but then the milk gets hot.
Yeah.
I like when the milk is like crisp and cold at the beginning.
I don't really enjoy. I don't drink the milk after I'm finished.
Me either.
You know, so
I don't enjoy
the
it.
milk is there just kind of to soften the cereal up for me to eat.
Yeah, for me, it's to make the
what it's
cereal
there for.
cold.
At the time, I wasn't aware of all the demands my ex-wife put in the divorce paperwork because my lawyer had not gone over much with me. And my ex surprised me at work, had me sign it on the spot. I just wanted her to be out of my life. Last year, I spent $18,000 on her behalf between child support and everything. This year, it's costing me even more. Just this month alone, I will be spending almost $2,200 on her. I'm working 3 jobs. I have no way to afford groceries or anything else in my life. I don't know what to do. It sounds like you're in a corner.
It does sound like you're
That
in a
is
corner.
hard. I think about friends who are going through a divorce, not just you, but I have many
Right.
friends who are going through it, and with child support on both sides. There's
Because my question is,
Yeah.
everything is phrased, I'm paying it to her, I'm paying it to her, I'm paying it to her. Child support is for your kids.
Okay. You're
Is
right.
it alimony? That's different.
Maybe.
Child support is for your kids, though.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
$2,200 though. A
With
month?
everything, with
Alimony
child
and
care.
child support. Is that how it is?
Well, there's
That's like
child
a
care,
mortgage.
child support, alimony,
Is there other
insurance.
things? Oh,
Like there's lots of things.
right.
The only thing that's paying to her would be alimony, which, again, that's I don't even know about that.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah. I don't know. Gosh, that is a lot of money.
That's crazy. Let's do it. Let's talk what's trending. All right, Pizza Hut. Apparently, pickles have been on a research, like a rise
Okay.
in popularity. And Pizza Hut is going to take the trend to new heights with a brand new pickle pizza. Okay?
All right, hold on.
It's going to consist of hand-tossed crust,
Yeah.
no tomato sauce
Okay.
because they're going to do buttermilk ranch.
Mm-mm.
Before being topped with cheese, crispy breaded chicken, seasoned with Nashville hot seasoning,
Yum.
slices of white onion, and then finally, pickles.
Pickles or the pickle juice? We just put in
Spicy
slices.
dill pickles.
You know, I don't mind this
like
pizza
the
at all.
circular
I think it
pickles that
sounds
look
good.
like pepperoni.
I don't know if I want the ranch in there though.
The ranch base?
It seems like.
And then they've got another drizzle of buttermilk ranch on top for good measure.
And I'm a ranch fan. I'm a dipper, and I love me some ranch. But I think on that pizza, take away the ranch, everything else together. I'm interested.
I mean, I like pickles.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to knock this till I try it. The unfortunate thing is that it's actually only going to be available at a Pizza Hut located in New York City.
Why would you share the story then? Why are we
because
going through this whole
maybe if
process?
it's so popular, maybe if we go to New York, we make it popular, we send it into a viral spin, they'll release it throughout the whole company.
Here I am thinking, oh, it's summertime, we have Pizza Fridays, I'm going to get me this weird pizza. And you're like, oh, by the way, it's not true.
And it's
like,
only
literally,
available for a week.
You told...
The pickle pizza. All right.
You just told a non-story.
I did not. News of the food.
News of the food.
Drake had his credit card declined during a live stream. He admitted it was embarrassing, but apparently it wasn't his personal credit card anyway. I mean, John.
Oh, I've been there.
We've been there. You swipe the card, it doesn't work. Oh!
I like to act shocked, even though I was like wondering if it was going to go through.
It's like when I pull the card out, I'm like, let's
we'll
see if it's going to work. And then you swipe it and like, oh, oops, wrong card. Try this one.
Or I'll pull out my phone as if, well, let me check my bank. Surely, there's millions in here.
Surely.
I was just paid.
Let me just move some money around.
You know what's worse, though?
What?
When I'm buying a $2 thing and I know it's going to trigger.
No,
yes, but no, I know it's going to trigger my $25 overdraft fee.
So you just bought something for $27.
Yes, exactly.
I do the same thing. It's like, no, I really want the Starbucks.
Right.
I need this pack of M&Ms. Pete Davidson had it out with PETA the other day. He left an angry voicemail.
Hi, my name's Pete Davidson. This message is for Daphne. Thank you so much for making comments publicly that I didn't adopt a dog. I just want to let you know I'm severely allergic to dogs, so I have to get a specific breed. I'm only not allergic to Cavapoos and those type of dogs. And my mom's dog, who was 2 years old, died a week prior, and we're all so sad, so I had to get a specific dog.
It's just...
I'm down for him responding. I think it's great.
I am down for him responding.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the cancel culture on a lot of things, but it's like, if you want to buy a puppy, buy a puppy. If you want to adopt a dog, adopt a dog. Nobody's wrong in either of them.
Yeah.
Just you do you.
We have our own beliefs.
Right?
Right.
And that's what's trending.
A couple minutes ago during Trending, Chantel was talking about Pete Davidson. He left a voicemail for the CEO of PETA. Was not happy with kind of their protests against him. And it's gone viral, this voicemail. He's a big enough name, right, where people wanted to hear it and it's become a thing. But this isn't the only time a celebrity's voicemail has just gone completely viral. And I'm talking about before the internet what it is today, right? Like, for example, Charlie Sheen, I couldn't play it because it was just nothing but bleeps.
Right.
By the time I had finished editing it, Chantel was like, it's just beeps. You can't.
I'm like, I can't hear anything.
Yeah. Charlie Sheen left one for his wife, Denise Richards. That was really famous. There was Mel Gibson with his ex-wife that was used in his divorce proceedings that was also too inappropriate to play, but they're out there. But how about this one? Let's see if, you'll know as soon as it starts, who it is.
It's Tiger
Woods.
I need you to do me a huge favor. Can you please take your name off your phone? My wife went through my phone and maybe calling you. So if you can, please take your name off that and what do you call it? Just have it as a number on the voicemail. Just have it as your telephone number. Okay, you gotta do this for me. Huge, quickly. All right, bye.
That was Tiger Woods calling his girlfriend.
Woof.
Yeah. So that got out
there.
Oh,
that's rough.
Mm-hmm. And I think the most infamous of all, Alec Baldwin calling his daughter, who I believe is 11 or 12 years old, I can't remember, Ireland, and left her this voicemail. She ended up sharing it, and this is how it went all over the place.
You have insulted me. You don't have the brains or the decency as a human being I don't give a damn that you're 12 years old or 11 years old, or that you're a child, or that your mother is a thoughtless pain in the ass.
Yeah.
You have humiliated me for the last time with this phone. And when
It continues. It goes on for 30 seconds, and it gets mean. So I'm going to bring it down for a second towards the end. Because at the very end, this is the most famous part where he goes,
you really are. You are a rude, thoughtless little pig, okay?
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That was something that was out there. These are famous voicemails from celebrities.
It's also
Crazy.
You look at it and you're like, parenting
Uh-huh.
parenting too far.
Speaking of voicemails, just popped in my head while we were listening to that. I don't know what's going on with my phone, but my voicemail doesn't pop up right away. It takes like 2 hours before I get a notification that there's even a voicemail.
Weird.
Do you have that on yours?
No.
Yeah, like I'll get a missed call and I'm like, oh, that's weird. They didn't leave a voicemail. And then it'll be hours later. It'll be like, hey, so-and-so just called you. I'm like, what? Where did this come from?
That's weird.
Is that do you think it's my phone or my service provider?
Your service provider?
Like Verizon or AT&T or whatever?
I
like
don't
it's
know.
that one? Why are you not my
This is
my
above my
IT?
pay grade. I don't know.
Okay, well, this is a cry for help from me if anyone's in the industry to help me.
So I told you this was the first week of summer schedule,
Yeah.
which just gives me all the anxiety. And because it's weird. I have my kids all the time except every other weekend.
Yeah.
So I always have them. And so I have to plan around their schedules and their needs before my own, as well as like grocery shopping or errands or just like those random to-do things.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times as we get to the spring, I'm like, oh, that's on my summer to-do list. That's my summer to-do list. And so on. Well, summer started this week. The other day. So I wake up and I leave my house 5 o'clock to get here.
Mm-hmm.
I left my house at 5 a.m. Okay?
Okay.
I did the show and I left the show and I ran miscellaneous errands that needed to have been done for the last few months all day long. I did not return home until 9 p.m. I left my house at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Did not return till 9 p.m. I don't know the last time that I've ever done that. Like as a parent,
Right.
especially a single parent. It felt so good to get so much accomplished in such a short amount of time. But so weird because it's
I
like,
get
wow, who knew I have this many hours in a day?
You kind of don't realize how much you do with the kids.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden how much little time you have to do other things.
Mm-hmm.
Our kids next month are going to visit my mom's in Florida for 2 weeks. And Jen and I are already like going like, what the heck are we going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do for 2 weeks?
Like we've had 11 years now of kids in our life.
Right.
All the time.
Right.
Nonstop. Now, I'm not saying we don't go on vacations and stuff, but not just like us sitting at home and working.
Because it's like I get off work, I go home,
Right.
I play.
Right.
I do laundry. I do things around the house so that my kids can continue to play, be with their things and their friends and whatever.
Yeah.
So I put all of my needs as a parent second.
Yeah.
But it's like when you finally get that little like lift or release,
I
you're
know.
like, oh.
I assume the first 2 days will be like you, us like just getting caught up, right?
got
Like our
so caught up.
yard and
Right.
just bills, like all of just like the life stuff that I keep pushing
I
off.
told myself that this was the catch-up week.
Yes.
So that the rest, because it's 1 week on, 1 week off.
Got
so
it.
I
Okay.
get them back next week.
Yeah.
Thank goodness,
Yeah.
because I am just like, what am I doing with
Yeah.
myself? But it's like if I get all those catch-up things done this week, then maybe the next week, when it's an alone week, I'll be able to do like fun stuff
Yes.
for me, like self-care things.
Yeah, and that's I think like Monday and Tuesday, like the first few days, car maintenance, all the stuff.
Yeah, like I got my oil changed.
Yeah.
I got all this stuff done.
And then I told her we're going back to like what we did before kids. We're going to About Time.
Oh.
We're gonna be just hanging out. Bedtime's at 6:30 p.m.
Yeah. You do you.
Couple beverages. It's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it.
I can't wait. Give us an update.
Wednesday, hump day. Time for your pickup line at 9. Hey, girl.
Hey.
You're so hot. You must make the sun jealous. Hi, I'm John. I've been doing a summer theme.
Yeah, I like it.
Can you tell?
I like the summer theme.
Yeah, I want to help people out who are out by the pool. You know, if you haven't downloaded the Mix app yet, it's a great way just to listen to Mix wherever you go. Right on the App Store, you just push Mix 1051, you'll find us. And then you can stream us on your phone, no matter where, on your car, no matter where. So it's pretty cool. Plus, our podcast is up there as well. I don't remember, when were you talking about how you felt like there needed to be a registry of people who have cheated?
Oh,
Was
I
that
think
Confession Wednesday?
I think it was Confession Wednesday, where somebody said they had cheated on their husband and then married the guy, but nobody knew that they'd married the guy,
That's
so
right,
it was a secret.
yes.
And I said, you know what? There's a registered sex offenders list for people who have committed a crime. Cheating on you're legally married. It's a crime.
I think you're
there
getting
should
crazy.
be a registered
there shouldn't be.
cheaters offenders list.
No.
Yes?
I think obviously you've been hurt.
No, I'm saying there needs to be a registered affairs list.
Yes.
And if
No.
anything, it needs to be a box you check on a dating app. That can be private, but and then it can filter you out.
I believe
Nobody's
people are
gonna
allowed,
check yes.
No, people
But
are
I'm just
allowed to
saying.
fail, and then we're supposed to forgive and move on, especially if it didn't happen to us. But that's not my point. I got a text, Chantel,
Okay.
saying there is something like a cheaters list out there for dating apps. The text continues, I'm married, but my best friend is back in the dating world, found it on Facebook dating. It's something called like, Are We Dating the Same Guy? And after the fact, she found stuff on a guy who totally played her, found her ex, etc. It's all pretty great.
Are we dating the same guy? Interesting. I'm still a little concerned that you think that it's just forgive and forget over there.
If we preach forgiveness, and if it didn't happen to you, I don't understand how you want a national registry for someone who makes mistakes. I have listeners. No, I haven't had anyone cheat on me, so I don't know. I've never been through. Oh, okay.
Have you heard the phrase, once a cheater, always a cheater?
There are listeners right now who have gone through it, who have done this in the past, who have moved on and grown, and you wanna put a scarlet letter.
All right. No, they don't need to wear a public scarlet letter. Here's what I think. If you cheated on someone, just like with a ticket, you can choose to go to driving school. So if you'd like to get out of the cheaters registry list in Chantel world, if you'd like to get out of the cheaters registry list, I would need a certificate of completion of the Cheaters Anonymous program, 12-step program.
Actually, I don't think that's a crazy idea. Like, what wounds caused you to in the first place? Have you fixed those wounds? I don't know.
Did I change your mind?
Not completely, but I'm interested in having more conversation.
You're intrigued.
I'm intrigued by it, yeah.
Aha! All right. So, if you are hiking through Joshua Tree in Southern California this week and you're craving something cheesy, maybe this is your ticket, because Cheez-It opened a pop-up gas station in the Joshua Tree area. So instead of pumping gas, the pumps will spray out bags of Cheez-Its
Yes, please.
through your car window for free.
Yes.
It's only through Sunday. So, like, this week through the weekend.
Why do all of your stories this week or today have to do with nothing near us, and then it has, like, the shortest time ever? It's like, hey, guess what? Do you want free money? Tough. It's over.
I'm just saying, like, it's one of those cool things that, like, Cheez-It's doing right now. That, like, if you don't do it now, you're not ever going to get to do it. Kind of like, remember when Pepsi Coke used to do the Pepsi Coke challenge?
Absolutely.
And it was like a big thing. They do it like water parks or whatever.
Yes.
And then you get the T-shirt.
I love the Pepsi Coke challenge.
Did you ever actually do it with the Pepsi Coke people?
No. I saw it once at a water park, but the line was too long.
Right, same.
Yeah.
I saw it when I lived in Las Vegas at the Wet n Wild that used to be on the strip.
Oh my gosh, one of the greatest.
Do you remember
water
Wet n
parks.
Wild?
Yes, I do.
We had season passes. Oh my
yeah.
gosh. Anyway, if you want to be a part of history, Cheez-Its is having a pop-up gas station near Joshua Tree through Sunday. I feel like I don't like Cheez-Its.
You don't like Cheez-Its?
I know. I don't like powdered cheese. I don't like Cheez-Its. I don't like Cheetos. The only thing I do like, which I like Goldfish and I like Doritos. But I don't like
you hear
Cheetos
yourself, right?
or Cheez-Its.
You hear yourself. How
ridiculous I am.
Ridiculous you sound.
Yeah, but
that's
Doritos,
like Liam. You sound the same as my son, who's like, ugh, I don't eat cheese on things. And then I'll be like, yeah, I'll have a cheese pizza, please. Like you do eat cheese on the pizza.
No. Cheetos have no additional flavors other than the dried cheese. Doritos have like spicy nacho flavor or corn tortilla chip flavor. Cheetos have no flavor
Team
Cheez-Its have no flavor other than like a baked cheese.
Team Cheetos all the way. That's all I'm saying.
Cheetos, really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is a story about Cheez-Its.
Well, I like Cheez-Its too.
I don't mind Cheez-Its, but Cheetos, ugh.
Before we go.
Things that make you
Things that make you go.
Things that make you go.
Oh. Gotta leave you with a fun fact. Things that make you go, You know the world record for competing in the most Olympics is 10 Olympics?
That's 40 years, right?
It's a long time. There's a Canadian.
Oh, I guess if you're doing summer or winter, it could be 20 years.
Right. But no, this person did only the Summer Olympics. His name's Ian Miller. Debuted in the equestrian event at the Summer Olympics in 1972. Competed every year until 2012. The only year he wasn't there was in 1980 when Canada boycotted the Olympics. Out of all that time, he only won one medal, and it was a silver in 2008 for team jumping.
You know what, though? How cool to say that you are the most attended Olympian.
Yeah, and I wonder, was it old hat? Did he still get excited there on the 10th Olympics back in 2012, or was he like, ugh, this thing again?
Right.
Was he not as excited about it? I've looked up quite a few times, oldest athletes to see if I could still find an event.
An event for you?
Yes. There's some.
Really?
Yes.
Because most of those athletes are teenagers.
Yeah, I know. Because that's when all my friends went.
Right.
And I'm jealous, because they all have medals.
Right
and
out
I
of
don't.
high school or still in senior year.
Yeah. But they said that fencing is one that you can be older in.
Okay, John.
So I'm going to get into fencing.
Are you really going to get into fencing?
I'm going to get me the white outfit and the
masky thing?
The masky thing, and I'm going to lunge.
Hunga! Oh, dear.
Bobsledding, too. And we have the bobsled trials right up here.
John.
Heinz.
I don't think we're bobsledding either.
I'll go back to the list. I'll report back.
Okay, please do.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
Enjoy it halfway through the week.
I know.
Bye-bye.